when they do come onto the track. Kurt Popham's number 13 should have been on the inside pole, but he might not be running. Anyhow, the number 13, Kurt Popham, sponsored by D&M Race Engines and Pacer Sign and Design. On the outside of the front row will be the number 2 of Richard Azure. Richard Azure, car number 2, sponsored by Guy DeBacco Construction, Funhouse Central, Holiday Gas, Sponsolate Landscaping, Ted Holman Construction, La Salon, John Rosenbaum Builders, just to name a few. In car number 41, that'll be driven by Mike Waller out of Cutbank, sponsored by Cutbank Tire, Mike Waller Trucking, Pacer Sign and Design, CJ Bodies, Bill Rose Trucking, and Rob J Trucking, and naturally Curly, just to name a few. Number 48 comes from Sweetgrass, Montana. That'll be Bill Cooper. Bill Cooper sponsors include Porky's Casino and Starlight Motel. Your number 73 out of Powell, Wyoming, Cal Roster. In car number 73, sponsored by Wonder Racing and Graphics and Rimrock Tire. Sherrod Lee, car number 10X, sponsored by Steinhaus, Howard's Pizza, Silver Spur, The Blind Guy, Wicked Chassis by Crop and Jim's Garage, and Dirtwood Bar in Cascade. The number 5 car, Ryan Wells out of Hingham, Montana. He is sponsored by Haas Farms, Toner's Tire, Hayden Overhead Doors, Calcana Radiant Heaters, Montana Touch, and XL Chassis. In car number 44, that'll be Andy Halverson from Cutbank, sponsored by Java Tire, LMI Welding, Chuck's Tire Factory, A&B Crafts, and Glacier Signs. And the number 87, Bob Feiss, sponsored by All Season Lot Cleaning, Lone Tree Ranch, Hillsides, J&D Auto, Bumper Bumper, side by side, pedal to the metal, the green flag, and race underway. Richard Azure, car number 2, has the early lead on the backstretch. Lighthizer now has the lead. Pacer Popham on the outside. John Lighthizer on the inside. Look out in the number 1 corner. Trouble in the 1 corner. Get around, remind you, next Saturday night here at the Electric City Speedway. Don't forget, we've got 5 classes running, again with the late models coming to town next Saturday night. And again, it will be the Derek Dowson Memorial Race with the late models, along with our other 4 classes. 5 classes running, along with live music in the pit area after the races. And again, they'll have the beer and the food next Saturday night in the pit after the races. And again, we say thanks to Big Sky Bus Lines letting us use their parking lot. Again, Big Sky Bus Lines letting us use their parking lot next Saturday night. Get here early. Yellow line is out as we're ready to go. Into the corner, bumper to bumper. Pedal to the metal in the green flag. Your race is underway. One more time. Continues to lead with Cal Roster out of Powell, Wyoming in second. Pacer Popham battling side by side with Pat Lemire for third. Nailing the 32 Pacer Popham, sending him right up to the concrete wall. Again, the number 32 Pacer Popham being nailed by the number 85, who has been hitting on everybody tonight, it looked like. That time just nailing the 32 Pacer Popham right up into the concrete. There he is, he's out of the car. The good news, Pacer Popham is out of the car walking on his own. I think he's looking for somebody, but I'm not sure. Again, the number 85, Pat Lemire, getting the open black flag, which means you're done. You're disqualified. Park it. Again, we say many thanks. Carl's Auto Care over there tending to the number 32 Pacer Popham. I'm sure he's got some damage to that car as he hit that ball head on. So John Lighthizer continues to lead. He'll have Cal Roster from Powell, Wyoming, starting on his tail once again. Looks like some people are going to talk about where they're going after the races. They're all getting together to decide just exactly where they're going to go. And I'm sure the camera's rolling, so anybody that does anything foolish is going to be paying. Again, I want to remind you, immediately following our racing tonight, you can watch tonight's racing action on the big screens over at the halftime. Again, tonight's racing action on the big screens at the halftime. You're invited over there. And again, don't forget, next Saturday night, all these classes will be running along with the late models coming to town. And again, you see on display Jim Zaremski's number 68 late model. He'll be here next Saturday night. Again, it'll be the Derek Dowson Memorial Race as they've upped the dollars in the purse, enticing more out-of-town cars. So, Joey Tinker, you can't go to the pits. That's an automatic fine right there, Joey. If you go one more step, that's a fine. Again, you cannot go from the upstairs to the downstairs. Again, Carl's Auto Care tending to the number 32 Pacer Popham's car there on the backstretch. Obviously having a tough time hooking on to something. Listening on the radio, it sounds like the number 13 did some retaliation on the track there, so he'll have to park the number 13 car also, I guess. they send him back around the track to number 68, that is John Lighthizer. He will be your leader. The second place car, I believe, is going to be the number 73 from Powell, Wyoming, Cal Rosner. On the track there, the number 10 is Sherrod Lee. 5 is Ryan Wells out of Hingham, Montana. The number 13 with a black flag warning, they tell me now, is Kurt Popham. In car number 41, Mike Waller. 48, Bill Cooper. 87, Bob Weiss. Number 2, Richard Azure. And in the number 44 is Andy Halverson. So it looks like the only two that need to switch is Richard Asher and Bob Feist in the number 87, and we're good to go. $15 laps complete out of a 20-lap main event. 15 complete, 5 to go. Yellow light is out. Next time they come around, we'll finish our 5 laps left in your Miller Lite Superstock main event. Into the corner, bumper to bumper, pedal to the metal, and the green flag. Race underway one more time. If you joined your Miller Lite Superstock main event, let them hear you now. That'll be Logan Trevina down there presenting the trophy.